All right, so our final poet of tonight, Roberto Harrison. I'm just going to read part of a bio online rather than trying to remember things. Roberto has published 8 books, I believe, including Tropical Lung and Omnidon. 2 Tropical Lung books. I won't list all of them. They're up front. There are 8 books on Litmus Press, Green Lantern Press. I think you had stuff on City Lights recently. Neon Editions, Omnidon, as well as many chapbooks. He edited the poetry journal Crayon from 1997 to 2008. Was also the editor of Bronze Skull Press, which published over 20 chapbooks, including the work of many Midwestern poets. Most recently, he served as co-editor for the Resist Much, Obey Little inaugural poems to the Resistance Anthology. He was the Milwaukee Poet Laureate from 2017 to 2019, and is also a visual artist. The book you all saw Brenda reading from Trace, that was his artwork on that, as well as at least one of the Tropical Lung books, right? Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah. He lives in Milwaukee with his wife, Brenda Cárdenas.
Thank you. Hard to follow my wife. Let's see. Pattern speaking. What has made me move to allow the streams to feel like blood flowing for the birds, for the hummingbird night? My body stands to allow discussion of the number. My bodies remain outside in the afterimage of darkness. When I speak, there is another to stand within. There is another to remain outside in the water. Of all the above ground monuments, I do not have a single white flag for surrender. I do not know what the symbol is to return again to the faltering display of human arrogance. My revolver does not turn, and I do not become like the river that we know. I do not become the divine gold that another planet makes us move around in. In the exception to winter, I become again when I am not. I do not speak again to the others, as we also live in the night. And the gold is nothing but shimmering past the ancient black hills. I remove the gold from my consciousness. I remove the attention that we must endure at the top of our sequences. In the center of the night, when my heart is to be removed on any other planet, we become again what speaks. We become again the detriment to symbolic nature as a force of undoing moves within me. As I now see us bloom in the water like blood, the animals find me. They know that we will not survive in the letters, that we will not see again what the word is in the mouth, and that the mouth must become again outside of each animal. Too long for the night. As I awaken the flowers to the fire, I do not know what silhouette will be, traced in the shards, the apples of social oblivion. I stand through the animal quarantines to find the books patches of a frozen war has become a gateway to nature. We move again with a learning descent to protect the atonements through impossible loneliness. The line was willing to find us together in the refuge as we decide the words to end, an entrance to nowhere, formed by the hidden deer. Not found. Even when the sun comes down, there exists a shattered emblem of the night. Without intention, animals do not know violence. When the capture of my scream does not undo my own becoming, I climb to the impossible. When there is a motion to remain outside the light, when problems seem to magnify their own delivery, even when the friendship of my night has followed me to 7, I become the shadow first, and then my manifold exists to break the monitors that we now see. But their keyboards are not found here. The escape of my resemblance knows that we now start to seize in every burnt discovery. And every number that the season knows will harvest energy. And every animal that we become. But the animals are different now. The animals have been completed, but the night in their delivery remains the same. As I know light within a shadow, my manifold delivers everything without a cause. It showers my completion to the earth. And the earth is my light now as others fall beside us in our difficulty. And as they shelter knowledge through former frames of conjugation, in each of our attentions we remain outside the villages. The villages now know that we have seen our own. And now that knowledge has departed for the cost of living, now that travel has been moved beyond, I attend to separation. But the separation of the mind has been delivered to the tables. The tables where they are remain attuned to the ancient fires. And so, we remain outside the frames of reduction of the moment. We remain to find ourselves inside a spark of knowledge. And the promises we have for others still themselves to be direction. As we see what we have done. In every motion we were there. In every tree we were not counted. Each conversation was a wash to disappearance. As we know, the animals have gone. But here we are without the screen. Here we are without each other in our quest for retribution. We have lost the night, and not the morning. And we stand alone with our night now in the many different waves of ocean bodies far beyond relation. To the sea inside of 7, as many doors remain. Egg launched toward the sky. I draw the outlines of the ancient text as we move to the laughter of symbolic steel. We undo the separation in each moment of the night and find that walking does not stop us in the weather. Our soluble disease, unknown to western lakes in the ascension of the mountains reveals that we now see the sky. When the clock of darkness forms its own relations and tables of my unknown faces, when they fold the weather of my secret amplitude, we then remain with others in winter, finding solace to the exits made of snow. In tunnels we not find ourselves inside the numbers, hidden by the inner people of the fire, as we articulate surface to the open and find the shelters of the sea glass, woven the terminals, attentive to a rose. As we coordinate for refuge, I struggle every moment to find the others with their hearts of earth. My many trails under the surfaces of incompletion, yet hold each tender and transparent information. As we bring the warmth of host to mind, the body forms again to be an egg, moving to the exits of the sky. Our links do not compute the night. Our many worlds become a star instead of fire. As our destiny of dreams begins, you see no true or false. Inside the teeming night, we swim. This is untitled. In a night without targets, we find exception to starlight, a way of you that does not complicate the earth for signals. In every vein we attach ourselves to the shores of completion, as the ocean beneath excavates our memory, a memory of implementation, as woven as a forest, as the night sky becomes another world. In every sequence we disturb ourselves to remember the night, to absolve the morning, deleted dreams. In our attention we part the waves and rain, we part the numerical exceptions to war, as we remain with the same side. Our patterns for winter, remember the songs of the empty stores, kicking away the obstacles to the dogs that are free. I re-enter the atmosphere. I cannot blame the sea for the fire. The birds remember the path to the light, as I am inside the earth. My feet spell out the mouth of my dreams of a hammock that makes me sleep with the sea inside. In every word I adorn my silence, to release the certitude of my belonging. Once I was trampled by the winds of air. My answer was negative, and my color could not make numbers. I floated through music toward death, and my loudness could not find the ground. All my relations were gone, but now the computer has lost me. I swim to the sea of compilers that have not made me mourn, except for the semblance of my attachments. I came with the night inside. I went without words to the music. Where it found me is where I lost. But now my eyes have opened, and I see the fire approach me. I see the smoke without wind in the night. I offer myself with no errors. I list my belonging in text, and I say, for now that I know each direction, that I soften my painted face to the others, and that my world has become, again, here in the morning of truth, valued, here in the morning of my only song. Tenderness turns into rage. Friends do not know what service my nod suggests. The undoing of motion to the wind eclipses each face. The links of the animal letters. They were close, but then the hyena came, scrolling. The door was closed. shadow that stands, electrified by the past of the primary ancestors. I die and I do not see them. My blood does not exist in a relative, but I find the stars of my birthday night to clip a mouth without memory. The dreams through my starry constellations, I share them like the joking relations I have not seen outside the circle. I cannot imagine that my world stands in front of me when I seek to inhabit the daylight, while I remember that I must not turn to the soaring lights in the night to be here. I must become the wings, not as owner, but as a story that I am born amongst the others, transformative papers, amongst the animal spirits, in my own light, through my own shadows. Many faces and interfaces were lost in the super blooms of technology. Many were gone to log out, but through my radio, I go to the ancient past. I go partly through turbulent water to discover my ancestor firms and my leading jaguars. But I am no thing. I am no source. I am no pattern. My screen is a background of darkness and films with color. My body has left itself with the people to deliver myself after troubles and fuse my own moments to arrive. I am not recognized for I am the climate of disaster and misfortune. I am the one single being that turns to the oceans without a sound, with a canal deleted from maps. I now see that my home is not shattered, invisible as I am to computers. My freedom then escapes to return through the others. My night now belongs to the hands of my escapes, as I am precariously breathing an outline of shadows and waves to the sea that adorns me with horns and tablet that my mind has evolved to become in front of the others. I secrete every password as my longing is gone, and I stand once again with the spirits that I grow through the night. For the morning that I slowly stand to begin with first feelings. The dream of the snow under fire. I burn through my naked self and survive to be here in the night of the light. Disasters in the blood of the darkness that sees how it falls through the screens. Too long here. Let's see. I guess this might be the last one. The behemoths of nature. I cry tropics within my networks. I tear through the lines of regression, through opposable fires. And I pulled apart with thorns of escape as my memory manifests as access for oxygen. Many days were gone as we moved to allow ourselves company without hindrance. The following for every intendable moment does not share my deliveries. I do not allow the human separation of water negates my revitable phase from a pattern of circles. I cannot walk without the throng of exception, making more sounds for everything we see. I cannot walk without the ropes aligning themselves to deliver me speak as the ever after longing, that I was not there for you, that I was not before you in answer to life that belongs to no one. You are wrong to insist that I embrace the echo absence. You are wrong to shadow my every nature. You are wrong to view me without the desperation of wordlessness on the ground. Because I am the wordless here. I am the ghost becoming that you never knew. Through the lines of the parchment, and I sing of the disappearances, the returns of the behemoth nature. Thank you for everybody.
I want to improvise for the announcements.
Sure.
All right. Let's do it. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I want to thank all 5 poets. I want to thank Nick Ramsey. I want to thank Andy. I want to thank Kloss. I want to thank Brenda, Roberto. I want to thank all 3 musicians, Barry, Pat, Mantel. We do a concert the 3rd Thursday of every month at 7 o'clock. Every time I come here and host one of these, I leave with a giant smile, grateful for the creativity that everyone brings and shares, and for everyone that comes and supports it. So thank you all of you for being here as well. So upcoming concerts. Next month, the 3rd Thursday of April, the Tim Russell Trio from Madison will be coming. Tim is a longtime friend of many of us, and he'll be here performing. Following that, my dear friend and mentor, Pat Reinholz. I don't think this series would exist without the things that allowed it to make improvised music a thing in Milwaukee in the 90s and early 2000s especially. And the curating of music that he's done here over the years as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. And in May, Nicholas Ehlert, I talked to Nicholas about performing, he wanted to do that, and he asked me to join him. So I'll be playing duo with Nicholas Ehlert in May, followed by another dear friend and mentor, probably the other person responsible for a lot of the improvised music that happens today in Milwaukee, Steve Russell, will be playing a solo section. Thank you everyone again for coming. Hopefully we'll see you.